The truth is, I am a dreamer. This used to be a well-known fact about me. It was a frequent criticism. My father claimed I daydreamed in the crib. What is he thinking about? Mark daydreams in school. Daydreaming is not considered good. I suspect that my accusers had no idea the extent of my daydreaming. I was in an alternate universe most of the time. Only those who do daydream understand that this is a strength, not a weakness. I enjoyed the real world, but enjoying the other one is how I became a writer. I had conversations with myself about ideas, about people, about many things, and I enjoyed these conversations with myself. Now, you may be thinking, this is why he spends so much time fishing, because it gives him time to be alone, daydreaming. That is the complete opposite of the truth. The wonderful thing about fly fishing is that it affords freedom from thinking. It is the only time when the dream stops. A good fly fisher is utterly thoughtless. The mind is working, but you are thinking about what insects are hatching, what is floating in the river, where the river is swift, and where it breaks into still pools. Your mind turns into nothing more than a fish brain. You try to think like a trout. Fly fishing requires that kind of concentration. A trout is focused on survival, and I assume it has no time for abstractions. Neither does a good fisher. I fish the Big Wood in Ketchum, Idaho, in the winter when few other fishermen are there to disturb my concentration, unbothered by the beavers stripping black bark from the cottonwoods, or the elk staring down at me from the steep sagebrush mountains, or even a giant moose wandering down to the river to eat willow buds. My interest is rainbow trout, as beautiful an animal as nature has ever offered. In the winter of 2012, I had just turned 63. I was watching my artificial black spiky midge drift in the Big Wood, trying to lure a rainbow trout along a deep trench in the opposite bank. Maybe it would work better with a drop, a second fly, perhaps a larger dry fly floating on the surface where I could see it. Then I thought about how Hemingway fished the Big Wood with 2 drops, 3 flies in all. Now I was lost. My mind had slipped into that other world. It is true that to be in Ketchum and never think about Hemingway is as unlikely as being in Sherwood Forest with not a thought of Robin Hood.